When asked to serve God, are you ready and prepared? Good morning, everyone. This is our reflection question for today.
Holy Spirit, make my heart open to the Word of God. Make my heart open to goodness. Make my heart open to the beauty of God every day. Amen.
Although Douglas MacArthur graduated from West Point at the top of his class, he continued to prepare himself for service to his country. He studied every military textbook he could get his hands on. He visited battlefields and personally reviewed the tactics which the victors and the losers used. While other young officers were playing cards or practicing their golf swing, MacArthur ignored the social world to make himself better prepared as a future leader. He even insisted on having his appendix removed just in case it would ever cause him to be incapacitated with an attack of appendicitis at a crucial time later in his career. Douglas MacArthur's preparedness proved wise. As the key military leader in the Pacific Theater of Operations during World War II, he had personally responded to his country's call to duty years before the actual crisis of war by preparing himself to be a top general. In today's first reading, Paul provides Titus, his apostle and co-missionary, with some guidelines on how each member of the Christian church in Crete, an island off Greece, must comport themselves. Crete is a strategic harbor for other missionary forays, but it has a reputation of having a corrupt and immoral culture. The standard of behavior expected of men and women as members of the church, but more particularly as leaders chosen to lead the church, was laid out by Paul to counter the culture he described as full of liars, vicious beasts, and lazy gluttons. Older men, by virtue of their experience, were expected to be temperate, dignified, self-controlled, sound in faith, love, and endurance. Old women should be reverent in their behavior, not slanderers, not addicted to drink, teaching what is good, so that they may train younger women to love their husbands and children, to be self-controlled, chaste, good homemakers under the control of their husbands. Younger men were urged to control themselves, models of good deeds, with integrity in teaching and action, so that they may not be put to shame by the opponents of the church. Having these standards of behavior prepares members of the church, including us, for the time when we are called to be bearers of the torch, to be human lighthouses atop the high rock of service, to light up the world. Gary Payton II of the Golden State Warriors, the National Basketball Association or NBA champions for 2021-2022 season, the premier basketball league in the world, was considered just a shadow of his father, the 8-time NBA All-Star and Hall of Famer Gary Payton Sr. In the 2016 NBA Draft, where the best players from all over the world were picked by each of the NBA teams, Gary was never drafted. He joined the Houston Rockets for the Summer League before being waived before the start of the NBA season. For the next 5 years, he bounced from one team to another in the G League, the official minor league, sort of a training ground for NBA wannabes. He also landed short-term roles in the NBA with the Milwaukee Bucks, Los Angeles Lakers, and Washington Wizards. But he never got discouraged. He plodded on and practiced daily on his own and joined whatever team accepted him, particularly the G League. He kept himself ready. One day he got a call from the Golden State Warriors. He dreamt of playing with Stephen Curry, who revolutionized the game with a three-point shot and is considered, arguably, one of the top 5 players of all time. Gary, though, was waived after some months. That is, he won't be able to play for the Warriors anymore. Not wanting to leave the team and hoping he could still be part of it someday, he asked permission to join the practices and be part of the back room. Management was surprised by his tenacity and his desire. They gave him a second chance after a few days. Filling up the last slot in the roster for the upcoming season, he was not expected to play much, but he came prepared. Every opportunity, every minute he was inserted into the game, he contributed. He became an important part of the finals journey of the Warriors. He became a fan favorite and a vital cog in the championship success of the Warriors with his defensive prowess and his crowd-pleasing dunks, despite his diminutive height of 6 foot 2 inches, small by NBA standards. More than that, his humble demeanor and self-effacing ways have won the hearts of the basketball world. We always believe that God does not call the equipped, but He equips those He calls. This is true, but this can also give us a sense of complacency. We need to do our part by preparing ourselves for the time when we are called to serve, and serve with verve, passion, and conviction we must. For we know that for as long as we do our best, God will take care of the rest.